All right. How are you doing?
Uh, I'm in a weird spot. I've been in sort of a flow state and not able to sort of focus too much. I've been playing for like 16 hours straight today. Um, so like I realized I played with friends for a lot of it, and then I realized towards the end, oh shit, I need a VOD link. I haven't played any Genji today. I was just like, please let there be a map that I actually played Genji on. This was the only one I could find.
Have you not played much Genji this season? Or.
This season, I've played a lot, but when I've been playing with friends, I've mostly been tanking because they hate playing tank.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and this is a quick play game with them as well. But I actually got to play DPS this time because I just said I've had enough of tank. I need to play some DPS.
Fair, fair.
But it's a good thing that this game was saved because there are two things in it that I have never felt really that comfortable with. So something we talked about was like speeding up my process. So like not taking 5 seconds or 3 seconds to make a decision and move and then find out if I did the right thing or not, but just sort of 1 second or half a second, like just doing things faster, making more decisions, giving myself more chances to do stuff. And then an actual like Genji versus Genji engagement at the end, which I don't think you've ever really seen one of them from me.
Mm-hmm.
So, a couple of things there that are worth looking at.
Alrighty.
Um, yeah, so I've been focusing on just not being stationary and doing nothing, like always looking to be doing something, to be busy.
Hmm. Are you trying to always be active in the game, or are you always trying to do something in your head? Like, does that count? Like, thinking about what you're gonna do in the fight, or.
Um, Most of the time it translates to doing something in the game because usually if I'm not doing anything with my thinking, then I'm also not doing anything in the game. Um, Basically, to sum it up very briefly, I wanted to stop turret Genjiing. I wanted to be to be looking to take positions or move or push or apply pressure or just do something,
Mm-hmm.
and I can find out if I made a good decision or not, rather than just sit there and wait for
Sure.
something to happen to respond to, like being more proactive with doing things. Because that was like I had good ideas occasionally. I'm not gonna blow my own horn too much. I had good ideas occasionally about like specific positioning and things like that. My timing wasn't great, but I'm still working on that. Um, but mostly it'd be like there'd be, oh, this was a good idea, but then I just stayed there for like 5 seconds, and now my whole team is dead, and
Mm-hmm.
now it's bad because I just sat there.
Mm-hmm. So you don't
Um,
even get to
um,
try out the ideas and either figure out if it's good or not, or just practice the execution.
yeah. So just, I think I mentioned that like playing a bit of Tracer helped with that kind of thing because you're
Mm-hmm.
forced to be that much quicker because you have zero health. So like that helped a bit, but yeah, like just keeping moving, and I mean that even just like on a basic level, if you don't get into that mindset of I am now standing here and this is where I am, it's easier to stay flexible and keep moving around. It makes you harder to like pin down and kill a lot of the time. Or at least I've found that.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
Whereas if I'm
sure.
like when I've just like even jokingly played like Torb or something and I sit there with a turret, I often way overcommit to a fight because it's like, well, I'm at my turret. I need to be with my turret. It's like, no, just leave and live. But because you're committed to that, you mentally don't want to move away from it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Um,
that's the thing.
Alrighty. The If at any moment you need me to slow down, want to pause for any questions or whatnot, feel free. Um, Also, just wanted to ask one thing because you mentioned about playing a lot of tank. Have you been playing Genji regularly, or how has been your like
When I've
schedule?
been
Let's
playing
say.
when I've been playing solo, which has also been a lot, I've been mostly playing DPS and mostly Genji when he's not banned, which has been surprisingly frequent. Um, but when I'm playing with friends, I don't like to play the Genji just because I tend to
Hmm.
be a bit more demanding. And when I'm with friends, we're not playing to super like try hard. We're playing to have fun, and
Hmm.
we're usually just doing quick play.
But in terms of like Genji practice, how much are you getting? Like, let's say per day or per week?
Specifically today, basically none, but on average, I'd probably get as much solo Genji practice as I do games with friends at the
Hmm.
moment.
Hmm. Do you
So
have any
about
idea
like two
of
or
how
three
much
hours
time?
each.
Okay, that's good. That's
Two or
good.
3 hours each.
Alrighty, perfect.
One. Attackers incoming.
Also, what rank? I mean, and you said it just quickly, but what rank are you placed at?
Placed silver. I think I'm silver 4 on DPS still. I don't think I went down to 5. I've been really struggling. But I've been like trying not to focus on the rank. I just want to focus on what I'm doing, and if I improve enough, then I know my rank will follow over time, so I'm not too fussed right now. Especially with how much more aggressive and how much more active I'm playing, I'm exposing myself to more situations I'm not familiar with, and I'm making mistakes more quickly.
Like here,
So
you
yeah,
you decide to go, right? This is exactly
yeah.
what you mentioned. Don't think, just go. Now that we have
Yeah.
the luxury to stop and think, what do you think?
I can almost guarantee you that what I was thinking was, oh, Diva is demechable to dash, but has DM up. I can dash that. Um, and I just didn't have a plan beyond that, which is
Mm-hmm.
typical of me at this point. Um, because I'm going so much faster, my thinking hasn't quite caught up yet. But like that, it's important for me to try these things, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now I'm thinking she has support in the form of the Life Weaver. I probably wouldn't have seen the Sombra ping in time because I think that came out right as I was dashing, not before it. Um, Genji's right here, and then I'm basically diving behind them in a 3v1. So it's just like way too aggressive. There's not really anything a support could do to heal me because I'm behind them. My Doom is not like with me. I'm way ahead of my team. So like, yeah, um, just way too aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if I chased Lifeweaver inside and left the Diva, I might have been able to do something. But even then, I still think that's too aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in this case, to me, it's not even just about like targets. Like when you make this dive, uh, you just didn't really know where to go in terms of cover. Because here, I don't even
Mm.
think that this is the like you can't live this. I think you absolutely can live this. It's a aggressive dive, sure, but your team is pushing up. You can sort of act as a tank, uh, take the enemy's attention, let your team push and deal damage. Even your Juno could maybe potentially help you here, right? She's the one that even demagged the Diva. So here, deflect, walk to cover. Where should you go? You have lots of places to go, right? Like here, 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 even here, and then just jump from one
Oh, you're
of
gonna
the
you're
of the
gonna
boats
you're
to
gonna see
another.
me jump across there later. Yeah.
Alrighty. But just to me it's just like this is doable. You can handle this. It's not even the most burst damage either, right? It's a baby diva, a life weaver. Sure, life weaver is a bit scary, but it's manageable and Genji too, especially if you can keep a little bit of range. So I think that this is fine. I think that you just misplayed your cover here. And
Yeah.
we're gonna be looking a little bit more of the gameplay, but something that comes to mind when I think about like your decision to speed up your gameplay is that it's too vague. I get the idea, but if you just think about it like that, you're not you're not really gonna end up getting enough volume for your practice to really see results in a reasonable amount of time, because you're spreading it thin, right? Sometimes it's gonna be a fast aggressive engagement, sometimes it's gonna be a fast decision on the ults or whatever, right? It's gonna be a lot of different topics rapid fire, right? Like if you were
Yeah.
to, let's say, focus on being fast on one specific moment with your decision, right? Let's say that you're working on your timing, or maybe let's just do something for the example that I was thinking about with positioning, right? Very, very important. Positioning. You dive here, just give your mind one thing to think about in the moment, right? Where is nearest cover? Find it. There you go.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
maybe try heading there, right? How you use the cover? Well, maybe if the diva is 1 HP, maybe go for the kill rather than going for the cover, right? But at least having that in mind, right? Building that habit, then building another habit, and so on. Um, Also, very important for this topic, but are you stopping between games, or maybe not every game, but maybe in games where you had specific moments that you want to think about, are you going back into the replays and looking at them?
Yes, I've actually started recording individual games as well with my own live commentary and looking back, because then I can hear like exactly what I was thinking before I did something as well, and recognizing flaws in that rather than having to guess what I was thinking, which is something I end up doing a lot. Obviously, I'm not going to do that for my friends' games though, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that a bit, and that has also been helping.
Mm-hmm. Also, very important when, if you're going with this topic of like make decision now, reflect later, right? Because you need that reflect later part. Usually, you won't have enough time to think about it in the moment unless you have like a very simple topic to work on, that you have like very clear guidelines to follow to decide, was this good, was this bad, right? Like, I don't know, maybe timing, right? So you die, you notice that everyone's looking at you. Very clear, right? Probably you did not look at your tank to, let's say, see if they were in or not, right? Just a quick example of something that you could maybe judge in the middle of a game rather than going back to the review. But yeah, just a general good idea, especially for this practice to do.
The payload is progressing
Decision first, thinking later, right? Now, what do you think? If you're speaking, I don't think I can hear you.
No, I'm not sure what I think about this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, I mean, they haven't looked at me yet, so at this exact moment, I still have the capability of doing something before like it gets bad. But it'd be better if I hadn't dashed.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely don't know why I dashed. I think I panicked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why I panicked, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do still have deflect. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
Um, what I should have done is I should have climbed instead of dashing up, because then I still have. Because then I can climb this wall and dash over if I need to escape, or I can
You mean like
dash across to this.
here?
Yeah. Like there's. If I didn't use dash, then this is like actually kind of fine. There's even like I could dash deeper towards their spawn because there's that room. There's plenty
Mm-hmm.
of ways to escape through
Mm-hmm.
there.
So from what I'm getting, you
Um,
would start the flank here, go over the wall, have your dash as you're walking this way. So essentially saying, if I'm here
and I
and
could
I've
just
saved my
drop on
dash, then
Lightweaver,
you can maybe dash behind over here.
dash here, or dash back towards that place I dropped over,
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
or yeah.
Perfect. But you see the problem, right? which I mentioned with the vagueness, right? It's just like make the decision fast. Okay, yeah, but what did you really learn from this? Is what I'm trying to get.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of struggle to see.
At the moment, the biggest thing is just getting used to making those decisions all that quickly. Like, good or bad, like, I just was not making decisions a lot of the time.
Sure. So in that case, it can be a
which-
practice in and of itself, right?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I mostly mean. Like, there are other things that I can recognize, but that mostly comes in the reflection. But I just literally was not used to or able to like keep up with the level of decision making that, like, the speed of decision making. Like, a lot of the reason that I was losing fights and losing duels and games was not that I was making bad decisions when I did make them. It's that I wasn't making decisions, and the time and the chance to make them was then taken away, because by the time I did make a decision, someone else had made that decision for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Sure.
and like that is a big problem. I have that problem on tank a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when people go on the back line. It's just like I get stuck in that. Do I go and try to trade backline? Do I try to keep holding the front? Like, what's but with Genji, just especially because I'm not a tank and I have that capability to just blow up instantly. I mean, not that tanks don't blow up, but
Mm-hmm.
anyway, like, I need to have I need to be used to actually thinking at that speed
Mm-hmm.
before I can start making good decisions at that speed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. Now
so-
here's a question. Why are you not making those decisions fast? Could you try digging deeper? Is it
I'm
indecision?
fairly certain. I'm fairly certain that it's basically just anxiety, like too worried about making the wrong decision, so I sit there and think, and only when I'm certain of an outcome, or when, like, my hand gets forced, do I actually make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I need to, if I want to start winning and carrying games and that kind of thing, like, I need to be the one pushing those things, and I can't do that if I'm not making confident decisions. I mean, this
Mm-hmm.
links, like, almost back to that ego video you did with Spilo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to visualize and actualize the things that I want to see, not like wait for it to fall into my lap, or I'll never get better.
Mm-hmm. And the irony is that by not making a decision, you're making a decision. And arguably the worst
Exactly.
one, right? Not only do you not
Mm.
learn, but usually you, like, in that case, it's a tank of like go back or trade backlines, whatever, right? There's probably a right and wrong answer there, but at least on those you're doing something. If you're not doing either, you're usually not. It's usually worse than either choosing one of them, even if it was the wrong option, right? So
Yeah.
in that case, maybe recognizing that not making a decision is a decision can be like a way to, let's say, unlock the part of your brain that was like kind of malfunctioning, let's call it that, and then pushing you to make that decision, right? Now, obviously, it's gonna maybe take a little bit more experimentation from you to like figure out exactly what and how you want to tackle this indecision problem. But something that I was thinking about that might help here is just building experience through having a, like I mentioned before, a more focused topic to look on, and more importantly, not just having a more important topic to work on, but having a good grasp, essentially. So in the case of you on tank deciding where if you want to trade backlines or if you want to go and puke for your own backline, right? Having a solid grasp of what both things, right? Doing both things, how much value that provides you, can give you a faster decision because you know I can expect X value from the backline trade and Y value from the PO, and X is higher than Y, for example, right? So you just go for it. So that could be a way for you to maybe do it. Again, it's gonna take a little bit of experimentation. We could even try a little bit of it with live coaching, which would be nice if you're down for that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's look at this a little bit more, but considering the topics that we have talked about so far, I don't know how much continuously reviewing this has in terms of value.
Okay.
Now here's a quick question. Actually, only 2 more minutes, we can skim through this. Never mind. Let's just skim through this.
Yeah, this is not a long game. This is not a long game.
I'm gonna say if there is a moment that you would like me to skip to, but it's so short. Now here,
Mostly at the end.
but yeah, this is good. This is good. So not being in the size of there is helpful.
I think I dashed there because I heard the Sombra and I assumed she'd probably try to hack, and I just wanted to head that off.
Even if not, you have deflex. It's good
Basically
pressure.
here.
It's fine.
For this section here, I think I wouldn't say proud necessarily, but like I don't hate my decision making at any point here. Because like this whole time I'm moving around and just I don't just sit still and let anything happen.
Nice.
Like it was lucky that he was an idiot and pulled out his blade at 5 HP, but like the decision was sound even if he didn't here. Everyone else was up front.
Yeah. In this case,
and then just
if you look at a vacuum with your play, probably not the best idea, at least not to be here without your dash. If you have your dash, you can dash away, you can play your life, force a lot of attention, whatever. Committing a dash here, questionable. But you made the decision, so stick with it, right? So that part is good.
Yeah.
So now you're just committed, so you just focus and you get the Genji, right? It's not even a bad blade biter Genji in theory, you just hit the shots.
yeah.
Realize the situation you play for your out. And I believe that's gonna be game, yeah.
That is good.
Alrighty.
So like that's not like a super impressive like play or anything, but like I'm not looking to be the flashiest, most impressive player. I'm looking to be consistent and just to better myself and like
And mentally that is a big milestone. I'm assuming.
yeah, like that's the like that play is something I'm like very happy with because it's like one of the first, I'd say, really successful deep flanks that I've done. So like I'm pretty happy with that.
Sure. Now, have time for, let's see, maybe even 3 quick play matches.
That'll depend on queue times, but
Yeah, just we have a lot of time left in the session. But
I can DM in the meantime if need be.
yeah, but before that, let's see. Yeah, I do have you added. Before that, what are you gonna be working on?
I think I
Because
want
we want to look at the
focus
decision
on-
making, but the decision making, right? Fast decision making on what?
I think timing on my engages. It makes the most sense to me to work on with oh, I found a game. It makes the most sense to me to work on when I'm working on speeding something up. Timing and speed, you know, they go together. So I think that's probably what I'll try to focus on.
How are you gonna do that?
In the broad strokes, I need to be watching my own positioning, my team, Oh, we got a Doomfist. That's actually kind of perfect for timing stuff.
Sure.
Oh no! Go back to Doom. Go back to Doom. Um, recognizing you know, key moments where a dive could be impactful, and
Be more specific.
uh,
And don't
so-
overcomplicate it. You need
Yeah,
something
so
simple and
can I
actionable.
can I get a kill or an important cooldown out, and can I get away afterwards if I need to?
That's too complex. So
That's
can
too
I get
complex.
out? Can I get out? Mostly cooldowns, right? So in that case, you need to check your cooldowns. But I'm gonna give you a quick tip here for the timing. Manage attention. So when you wanna go in, you kind of want the enemy to not be looking at you. You want the enemy to be looking at your team. So check everyone's attention to see your timing.
I'm gonna help my Ram here by backing off. That's too many people.
Sure. So what's the mistake there?
Shot a deflecting Genji.
No. Why
the
did you do that
first
to the
place?
Cassidy?
What? Oh,
I'm
the
gonna
pole.
wait for this and then I'm gonna... So there, the reason you died to the cast, he's looking at you, right? Attention. He's looking at you, you
Yeah.
don't respond. So if people look at you and you're in a bad spot, move away.
Yeah.
Usually attention when you're not fighting on your own terms is bad.
Right.
They're not looking, you can walk. They're looking. They're looking. Oh, this one was just a good play by the Cassidy, right?
Yeah.
But those can be some cues that you can use, right? They're not looking, I go. They're looking, I do something, right? Deflect, dash, cover, whatever.
Right.
Good. Good reaction. Your Ram is walking, so you can now maybe walk. Good. No attention on you.
We are stronger together. Enemy seen. We must capture this territory.
Good play by the
Unfortunate.
Cassidy.
Yep.
But yeah, we're not gonna be judging other aspects. Like you can dodge attention through positioning, right? Especially the off angles and things like that. If you want, you can try thinking about that, but mostly just practice the attention thing. That's gonna be your #1 cue this game for how to act.
I am grateful.
A few frame drops there.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Enemy here.
Working on your injuries. Keep close.
This is good.
وريهم قوتك.
But fitting.
gonna push cart here.
Killing pile on the pole.
Awkward, but good response.
I didn't mean to slip down in front in the first place, so I was already planning to get out there.
Face the sunrise.
Ooh,
Oh.
almost.
That hinder lasts so long.
Yeah. But it
I
was
was
better.
basically spamming dash trying to get that off it. Just yeah, it's alright.
My duty calls. Thanks.
Let's see what we're working with here.
Enemy seen.
They're all there.
Over there.
Where's the armor? Hello, that's Reinhardt.
My soul in the light. Yujin no ken wo kure!
That's not a button I wanted to click. I genuinely fat fingered that.
That's a shame. The dive before that was great. You handled that dive perfectly. They weren't looking, you went in. The moment that you expected a reaction, you deflected, you went to cover.
وريهم قوتك.
Yeah, I was happy with that. And then I fat fingered Blade.
It's fine. It's not pleasant, but you're doing your practice, which is what matters.
Yeah, I'm dead here. I'm surprised that hit me actually.
Seconds remaining.
Oh well. Can't really do much about that one.
Mistakes always precede victory.
I do have deflex. I do want to try to clear this high ground, maybe.
30 seconds remaining.
Looking satellite vector. I've seen enough.
I thank you. I am healed. No holding back.
Good.
Yujin no ken wo kure!
Overtime.
Now this is where
Aw. This is
I didn't
where
get
you
the
clutch
deflect
up in 1v5.
it's where I have to try to touch, right? Because over time, I didn't get the deflect up in time.
Alrighty. Let's take a quick pause. How did you feel?
I think a lot of that is just being awkward on that first choke. I didn't know where I should even be when they're pushed up that far. Like, having attention not on you is kind of hard when there's only two ways you can leave and they can see both of them. I don't really know how to think about it in that situation, so I kind of just didn't think. Just like, I'll take doing something over doing nothing, I guess, you know. Once we got past that, I'm a bit more comfortable with like moving around that sort of area past that first choke, and I think my timing was not great, but I was a little bit more I was actually like, I feel like I was thinking about some of the right things, even if I wasn't always making the right decisions. I was at least like looking for um, stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It felt describe this. It felt like I was more in control, which I would assume is at least somewhat a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then especially once we got past first point and onto second, even though again we ended up losing and I didn't manage to do that much. Like I feel like I had a better grasp of like moving around. Cassidy's just really annoying to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But you did better. You did much better, right? Remember at the very start where you just stood and has LOS and then just died to him shooting you 3 times? After that moment,
Right.
that kind of just stopped happening because you were reacting faster. You were either deflecting or walking to cover or dashing out. If you were in his LOS and you did not want to engage, for example, right? Did not want to fight. And even in a moment where you flanked him and he wasn't looking at you, you weren't panicking to make one of those reactions because you didn't need to. You could just shoot, right? And then if he turns, then you do something. So that was good. That was good. Now, there are going to be aspects of your play that would help, right? Like, for example, your positioning could have been a little bit better, right? Especially on the first points where the off angle would have been really useful to break through the choke, right? A lot of your attention problems were because you were very easy to look at because you were very close to your team. The other aspect there would could have been, okay, I am on the angle. When do I come out of the angle and do something? And then you can look at your team through the walls and be like, is my tank engaged? And then when your tank engages, that's your cue, right? But those are refinements that we can make, right? After seeing that game, and then continuously improve our idea of how do we practice this concept, and then try to apply it in the next game, and then continuously refine until we lose interest and we want to move on to something else. Now, I would like to quickly play one, showcase a few ideas here, and then we'll move back to you.
okay.
I am streaming, but you can also spectate through the game for better FPS. But mainly what I'm gonna be trying to focus on here is something that you even just like subconsciously touched on, which is just kind of like what different attention means. So for example, if you're at this range against a Reinhardt, right, are you scared? But what if...
Your stream's lagging really badly. I can't
yeah.
see what's happening right now.
Yeah. I forgot that you can also can't spectate directly through the game there. What is happening? Am I in a game or what? Hello? No. Weird. But let me just then speak in just a hypothetical scenario. Let's say that you're far away from a Reinhardt. Are you scared of that attention?
No.
If you are far away from a Widowmaker within LOS, are you scared?
More scared, yes.
Right? So different attention means different things, right? So in that case, a lot of the times we're looking at Genji. Sure, take the 1v1, right? Especially both have full resources. Reinhardt at range, not really that scared, just maintain distance. So subconsciously we're making some of these decisions of like, do I need to use my deflect? Do I need to use my dash? Do I need cover? The Cassidy was the biggest one that you adjusted on and adjusted well. Again, main thing that would have helped would have been the positioning. But that's already a very important aspect of this whole attention thing that we can pay attention to refine it, right? Just getting used to what attention from different characters means and learning what usual reactions to them are to make it faster, right? Because you're already used to reacting to those characters because you know what the reactions usually are.
Right. Just a straight up like, is this a like mechanical possibility sort of thing? Is there a way that you can make it more likely that you will be able to deflect Cassidy's hinder?
Mechanically, I don't think so. I think in the past you could like look up or down and have a better deflect angle. Maybe it still can, but it's just like it's not something that I have seen anyone try to actually use. If it is usable, it's just like so incredibly niche, or even just like maybe it provides a benefit, but it's so small that it's not worth thinking about it, right? Because then, like, giving a topic your focus is a trade-off, right? You can't give it something else. So like other than positioning, like being closer to his face, no, not really. Most of the time against Cassidy, you should just assume that you're getting hindered, and you're probably trading deflect for hinder, and that's about it.
Okay. So is it then maybe worth waiting for the hinder if it's more than likely going to hit anyway and deflecting after the hinder because you're going to catch more of the bullets that follow it?
Sure, that can be something you can do, absolutely. Depending on the situation, like if you drop on him and you have the upper hand, then he's gonna be forced into close range even after he rolls away, and he's more likely to panic the hinder, so you're more likely to catch it with deflect, right? So understanding the situation exactly can, like you can use the information about the engagement to make a more informed decision, but for the most part, yes, you're correct, you can do that.
Okay.
Now here, they have hit scans. I don't really want to deal with their ranged threats, I'm just gonna dash through. If I am at the bad range against the hit scans, I'm most likely gonna deflect immediately, like this, right? Now, I'm in the flank, what are my cues to come out of the flank? I want these guys to move up. Okay, my Rhine is doing things, and now I'm gonna do things too. So I'm mostly just gonna be talking about cues for timing, right? Timing to deflect, timing to dash, timing to engage, right? So you can see when I might be looking to use my codons, more so about, like, in this case, the hit scans looking at me, and in terms of the engagement, I'm more so looking at someone like my tank, or just my team in general, are they engaged or not, right?
Right.
So if that kind of understanding, you can read the situation and know what kind of things you need to look at. You can filter out what things you don't really need to think about, which makes the decision making faster, essentially.
Gotcha.
At this distance, I don't really have to care because they have fall off.
So, like, maybe not necessarily even that I have to look for what my tank is doing, for example, but I can look for specific things like, oh, D.Va's using jets, I can hear Rhine charging, like those are things that are more likely to draw attention or something.
Sure. Mainly attention, right? Attention and activity, right? Activity is most likely going to be the one that causes attention. So I can hear activity, I can see activity through walls. So I know that I can peek there. Now, Ashe surprises me because she's not distracted. So then I deflect, right? That's the natural reaction there. So you can see all of these different thought processes about timing coming into play. Waiting for activity. Well, a lot of people were looking at me, right? So I just dash out there. Wait. Don't think I can really do all that much. I guess people are fighting here, so it should go. Nah, I'm not gonna be worried about my mechanics. You're gonna notice that my mechanics suck. But that's because I'm playing on my second monitor. So I have my neck turned right now. But that's irrelevant, right? Because what we're focusing on is not mechanical enemies, it's just like the whole timing thing. Right, headscan's looking at me, deflags. Right now, activity. In this case, I'm not gonna use activity to engage, I'm gonna use activity to cross. To know when they cannot chase me, for example. Looking at my deflect, 2 seconds, my team is AFK, I'm gonna wait. The moment that they walk, I push up. Actually, here, Ashe, okay.
What's up? Hello.
She's looking at me, so I deflect. Alrighty. So very sloppy game mechanically, but it won't really matter all that much because I'm focusing so much on my timing and whatnot that I'm doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
There they are. Get ready.
Looking at me, but at better range. Have to deflect. If I peek right now, because there's no action really, I should expect attention on me, so I'm not really going to. I'm just gonna chill.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone comes out here, I should expect them to look at me, so I should expect to react faster. Looks like they're not touching though. Hopefully this game ends fast. We are gonna have time for one more game from here. And see how I use my Reaper's attention here to just be able to engage on him for free, right? On the wing. Without looking at me, so it's free. So I'm always looking for these cues for action. And you can apply these cues for literally anything, not just for timing, which is the subject of this practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I have to push payload because my entire team is up. Attention will easily be on me now since part of my team is dead. So I'm gonna be mindful of that and be ready to deflect or whatever. There are people on this high ground that I need to be mindful of. Adventure is looking at me, so I need to be immediately deflecting. I'm chilling for now, waiting for my cooldown. Okay, my team is... Ideally I would already be in because my team is active, but I'm gonna use the opportunity to sneak out of sight. And you're gonna see how very often there just isn't really any attention on me. A lot of this gameplay is gonna be like very low maintenance because I'm using everyone else to tank stuff for me. I'm living in the shadows essentially. Okay, they have to touch point and whatnot. Oops. Now they're looking at me and I reacted too slow. Took too much damage from the venture. Now this is gonna be interesting because this hopefully my team doesn't cap here. This endpoint has less flanks and whatnot, so you need to be better with your timing. So this is gonna be a good test. Venture is out, no cooldowns, I'm gonna wait for my rank to walk. Someone is challenging me here, so I'm gonna move somewhere else. Reaper is gonna get a lot of attention, so now I get to close the gap. So my Reaper was my Q here.
This ends now.
Recap here.
Let the kid guide you. You cannot escape.
Alright.
Nice.
Any questions?
No, not really. No.
Alrighty. You can queue another one then. And so, what are you gonna change for this last game?
I'm going to pay more attention to the hell. I'm going to pay more attention to the attention that my opponents are paying to me and to my teammates.
Mm-hmm.
To a lesser extent, I'm going to pay attention to what sort of cooldowns my team is committing, because that could indicate attention being focused their way.
Mm-hmm. Sure. As for the other part, which is what you mainly practice in the previous game, the reaction when people are looking at you, you can just continue doing what you're doing. You're doing well in that aspect. And the good part is that these happen in different moments, right? One of them is kind of like the pre-fight. The other one is during the fight. So you have the freedom to just like think about these things, and you're not really sacrificing one or the other. You just have to be able to shift gears mentally, essentially, right? So before the fight, you kind of wait for your cue to engage, and then in the fight, you wait for your cues to act, right? Cooldown wise, people are low, dash, people are looking at me, deflect, etc. I do hope that the queue isn't too long.
Hopefully it's
I don't know what time it is for you, but I know that your region doesn't have as many players.
5:30.
5:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if we have to wait, we just have to wait, I guess.
Yeah. It shouldn't be too bad. Oh, there we go, game.
Alrighty.
Yes. Okay.
Select a map.
Holy shit.
Master, how do you maintain your tranquility amid endless battles?
I focus on my breathing.
But you don't breathe.
Indeed.
I do have a bit of experience after all.
また会えたな。
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
The battle commences. Enemy here.
Hog.
I am healed.
Widow.
I require aid.
If I can close the gap on that, then
Do your worst.
There you go.
Order the Taurus.
The objective is now active.
not sure how to approach.
This angle is good. Where is taking attention? Very good. That is perfect.
I am restored.
Sniper! Let me give them a shot. Claiming the objective.
I don't want to be in range of his foot.
You cannot escape me. Enemy located.
I'm getting the hell out of there.
Sure.
Enemy seen.
The path to healing
Join with me.
And my Freya is challenging the Widow there. Now I'm in a bad spot because it's Cassidy. Only reason I dash there is because I have this to...
Pay attention to your cues for action.
Sniper, be wary.
So there you missed the window, right? Hog went in.
I am
Yeah.
repaired.
Alright, I can hear the Widow is grappled.
Test subject.
Look for your cue.
I need help.
I am restored.
I'm dead here. Yep.
Close. You answered that tension well, and to be fair, I don't know what your team was doing there. I didn't know if your
Yeah.
tank was AFK or something.
For the best.
I was like kinda he's typing. I was kind of willing to commit to the flank for a bit to challenge the Widow until the orbital ray dropped down, and then the whole team was like backed off. At that point it was not a good idea. There's no one in this space currently, so I'm going to directly challenge.
Good. Answer that tension. Good.
Yeah, for Bill.
Experience tranquility.
I see one.
Hog is coming this way, so we're gonna rotate. Take the high.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
We're gonna
Where is it?
this way.
Ryan is in
Do
now.
that. Now the attention is on. That's on Freya.
Taking the point. If you care to join.
That was good. That was good. Now, one quick thing that I'm gonna mention that's causing a little bit of trouble for you.
Round lost.
Because a lot of the time you're at range,
Score.
which is where you lose to a lot of these characters, Widow and Cassidy. Your reaction has to be
Try.
deflects, dash away, cover, right? But if you can get close the gap, that's when you're gonna start to be able to do things, right? You're gonna start actually be able to take the duels and try on those characters. So right now, that's basically the only thing that's lacking, right? That's gonna bleed into other aspects of your gameplay, right? So that's your positioning is causing you to not really be able to engage alongside your team. But if you're mindful about that, right? Mindful of the window that you have to be aggressive with that tension, you're gonna do well.
Capture the objective.
So pay attention to big activity, right? Especially from your tank, and use that to go in.
Eyes here. Do your worst.
I didn't need to commit dash to get out there, which is nice.
Your tank is in.
Good hook on his part.
In this case, Ryan was almost dead by the time that you went in. A little bit because of your initial disengage on the Cassie, right? But better,
Right.
better. You need to make the decisions to get comfortable in these aggressive spaces. Genji is a character that needs to be comfortable in them. Look for your Q and go aggro.
See the Widow across.
You can keep being aggro, no one is looking at you. Can shoot the hog.
I can see it more died over here. Here I'm really just supporting Ryan. So Hog doesn't run in like that. I'm trying to LOS the Hog ult there.
That was good.
Where's the test subject? My power emanates.
That was really awkward.
I continue on this path.
Did they just... They just rage axed. Oh no, they didn't. They got it down. No one used it though.
Hunting them down. Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
I'm on the objective. Fall in. I'm on fire!
Probably a little deep there.
That's fine. Just look for your cues.
I didn't have enough information. I sort of expected the cast to look at me there. So I'm gonna chill back a little.
Hunting them down.
Watch your next
I'm
move.
up. Let me give them a shot.
Round two.
Hey there.
One.
Probably should have bladed a little earlier there. Because knowing that I have it and gives the dash reset, I could have been on the Cass and the Juno much quicker.
To one.
And more importantly,
And they absolutely weren't looking at me.
yeah, and your team was active, right?
Mm.
So when you are in these more aggressive spaces, right? I need you to pay a lot of attention to these cues, right? You are putting yourself in good positions, but during those moments you're not looking at the right thing. You're shooting at range and things like that. No. Look at your Reinhardt, look at your Moira if she's fading in. Use that attention to go in yourself, either by walking, by dashing, whatever.
Want to test me?
Right.
Prepare yourselves for the decisive battle.
Especially in the case of like Hog. Like if Hog is looking at your Orion, you can just shoot him a bunch. Nice.
I hear the honor.
Good deflex. Nice.
We both sucked there, to be honest.
Taking hold of the objective.
It was a battle of the biggest loser. That's alright. As soon as I saw Liana was alone, it was like, oh, that's free. That's mine.
Come with me.
Pay attention to your cues.
I am healed.
Orisa.
They're gonna walk soon.
They're
Pay
looking
attention
at
to
me.
your cues.
Yeah.
Reinhardt. Wait for the activity, right? Urus is walking in, so get ready. Walk.
Hello there.
Good. That was nice.
Just live.
Wait for them to walk.
that Widow is annoying. I'd love to be able to clear her out.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Team is active.
Surrender to my will.
Hello? We have enemies on the objective.
Ready for transcendence.
Enemy located. Big stunner. There's a test subject.
Alrighty.
Victory.
So let's discuss this before finishing. How did this feel?
Weird, but in a good way, I think. It felt like... I'm gonna leave the game so the sound isn't in my ears. It felt like I gained... Okay, it wasn't like flow state, but it felt more fluent, like malleable. Like I didn't feel especially forced into things. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. It felt like what I'd been doing was fighting against the current, and I'd started to move with it instead.
Mm-hmm.
Like just that slight shift from going in when I felt like it was a good time, as opposed to when I had information, I guess is the easiest way to explain it. Then it felt less like I was fighting to swim upstream and fighting, like swimming more with the current, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were a lot of engagements there, like on the Ana, like that one especially, and on the inside point, I don't know what it's called, when I dashed deep on the Juno and then got out there. If I'd tried to force that, I would have blown up instantly. And there are a couple of, I think it was like when on the first point when the orbital ray came down, like that felt a bit more like that, like I'd forced it. But I got out because I picked a good moment, and I picked a good moment because I felt like I was more in paying attention to that information and using it. That's what it felt like, I think.
Mm-hmm. Now, you are still a little bit scared to get your hands dirty, especially against the hog. The hook threat is big, yeah, but you have the tools for it, right? You're very mobile. You're so you can make it very hard to land hook on. You can dash through or dash away in specific moments. If you want to juke it, you can deflect, right? There's a lot of things that you can do about hook, and especially in the matchup, Genji does a lot of damage to hog in the right situation. So being scared of it certainly affected your team a lot there, but that's something that you're gonna get more used to over time, right? My main note for that game would be don't worry so much. And in this case, we're gonna go back to the start of the review, and with this mentality of just go in, right? Just look for the Q to go in, and don't really bother with the approach, right? Don't worry if it makes the most sense. Just do it, because right now you're still a little bit scared to get your hands dirty. Those habits that you have built up over time are showing. So you need to kind of work your way out of that headspace. You need to get comfortable fighting the Cassidy up close, deflecting the hook, and being able to just farm the hog for a ton of ult charge and just pressure him a bunch, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, like, especially when it came to like when people aren't looking at you, area of timing, right? So deflect, cover, dash away. Those things you did very, very well. Very, very well. Right. So a little bit more attention to the cues, especially cues from your team in terms of action. And be willing to get your hands dirty and fail. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you would like to ask or talk about?
When it comes to fighting really up close, is there any like I lose people very easily when I get up close. Like my mechanics are not great. This is a known phenomenon with me. Like it's something I've struggled with in basically every game I've ever played. Is up close, like very close. And like there's a lot of times when I could have finished a kill and didn't, because less so in that game because I wasn't up close as much, but just in the course of my play, like, there's a lot of times on a lot of characters when I could have finished a kill because they were low and I had the advantage, whether in cooldowns or health or both or whatever. But I just can't. I can't wrap my head around like actually landing, like actually foot tracking at that range. I'm not talking the range you're talking. I'm talking like if you go to one of the stationary bots or even the tracer bot, I'm talking like they're half your screen close. Like, because when I dash in, I want to dash close enough to you know, hit to hit them with the swift strike. But like I don't know what it is that I'm doing, but I just like I've tried flicking less, I've tried slower tracks, I've tried the drag back, you know, to one side and back again to try to cheese going over them. Like anytime I dash, like my ability to dash to a target, my ability to hit the shot goes out the window. I can't do that follow up of fan melee. I don't. I'm not even sure how to begin attacking what like mental block is preventing me from doing it, but it is losing me so many kills that it's like it needs to be addressed at some point.
Have you done any specific drills to address this?
I've tried like to practice like the physical act of doing the combo in the practice range. And like setting myself up at roughly 15 meters and trying to like hit the tracer bot. But like even then I struggle so badly that like I just don't feel like I get any benefit from it. And like I've looked at a couple of different resources for that, like just to see if there's a methodology that I'm somehow missing, whether it's literally just mechanical skill issue on steroids or whether there's like there's actually like some technique that I could be doing that would make it easier for me. I just haven't figured it out.
Sure.
Right. And it's frustrating because there are times when I get a kill perfectly lined up, where my positioning is great, my timing is great, my setup is perfect, and the kill should be mine, but I physically cannot hit the combo. And I'm not even going for like max speed. I'm not trying to be Necros. I'm just trying to do something that, you know, I'm just trying to dash, fan, melee. I'm not trying to ghost dash. I'm not trying to single frame or animation cancel or anything. I'm not even sure if there is an animation cancel for it. But like, I'm just trying to get the damage out, and I can't. I physically cannot.
Sure. So to make things short here, especially since we're going a little bit over. Sure, there are the queue times, but we should be looking to end the session here after this. So if you have more questions after, I would be happy to answer them over text, or you can ask them in the server. But lower the difficulty. That sounds to me like the thing. So you're trying to do combos that are too complex and that's discouraging you. Lower the difficulty. The dash be very slow and deliberate. Or do are you watching the stream right now?
I am, yeah.
Something I was doing here earlier, this right here, just being comfortable moving the mouse at these ranges, right? Or doing flicks or whatever, right? This is gonna take you a little bit of curating, right? Figuring out exactly which area is your weakness and isolating that and finding the right difficulty to practice. But something that could really help is just this. Trying to do this just to be used to move to the speed that things move at this range and moving your crosshair here. Essentially just like look to really figure out what exactly is causing the issue and finding the challenge to the appropriate level that you can do repeatedly, right? Doesn't even need to involve shooting. It can literally just be this, right? Circling a tracer and just trying to track her, or dash, slowly flick until you find her, and then slowly try to build up the speed over time, right? Just find something appropriate that you can ideally measure, right? And then build it up. I had something else, I believe, but I can't currently remember what it is, so I'll have to leave it at that. But yeah, for the most part, it's a little just that. So you just need to look a little bit deeper into the drills aspect and try to create more appropriate drills for the challenge that you're facing. Oh yeah, I remembered. It was about maybe changing your sense, because mainly the sense change could expose certain weak areas. So in your case, maybe your sense is too low for you to be able to do a 180. So then that's making your target acquisition after a flick slower. And then because the target acquisition is lower and they're moving, now you're very confused, because the idea of where they were and where they actually are is very like delayed. So you're chasing a ghost and then you have to figure them out, and then it's too slow to move around and look for them, right? So changing your sense up and down and doing this, it's less so about just like you staying at the different sense. It's more about just do it to see to help you figure out what the problem is, right? Are your flicks too slow? Maybe it is a sense issue, right? But this can help you figure it out, right? To notice, okay, what area am I struggling with? Is it the tracking? Is it the flick or whatever?
Right. Okay.